Mic-wise, can you hear me?
We are okay mic-wise.
Okay, beautiful.
Yep.
I'll make
Yep.
sure to project because my voice does not carry.
Project. And we're live right now if you want to project some more.
Awesome.
All right. Hey, everybody. Mike Lawson here with CU Broadcast. We are here live at Trellance's annual conference here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with Stef Luck, Trellance's very own Stef Luck, here in the studio lounge. Stef, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Fort Lauderdale's beautiful.
It's gorgeous here. That beach out there, I tell you, that is gorgeous out there.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to get over there one of these days and go check it out. I'm not sure when, but maybe Friday morning, right when I'm leaving. But anyway, yeah, it's really beautiful here for sure. You guys chose a great venue once again for your annual conference. So how are things? I know we're just starting out, but how are things, or any expectations that you have so far?
Oh, I'm so excited for this year. We have some awesome keynote speakers coming in. We have Vital Marome, we have Rodney Hood, and Ambassador Sully Sullenberger.
Oh, wow.
So those are the big ones. Then, of course, throughout the day, really all of our sessions are around people, process, technology when it comes to data and analytics. Talking through digital transformation is going to be a huge topic. And this year, we've really focused in on getting credit union panels and credit union speakers involved so we can share some more use cases and talk about what credit unions are doing on the data front.
Well, and that's where you get the real brainstorming, is when you have the credit unions. I mean, obviously you guys are great at what you do. You're the experts and stuff, but to complement it is bringing those credit unions up there and having them share their personal experiences, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
And that's where people can really brainstorm and even network after the session. Go, did you hear what ABC Credit Union said? Maybe we should try that too.
Yes, that's the biggest part I'd say about these conferences, getting everyone together that is like-minded. They're starting on their journey, or maybe they're far on their data journey, but just the time to network and talk to folks, share ideas, make more connections. I think that's probably the part I'm most excited for.
Yeah, well, it's fun too, especially since we're back in person. I know we keep saying that, but did we take that for granted or what? You know?
I think so. We really
so
did.
It's really nice being back in person, doing this face-to-face thing for sure. So share with me, what do you guys hope I know this is a big, giant question here, but what does Trellance hope to accomplish at this year's conference? Are there any obviously there's goals in mind and stuff, but what are you guys looking to achieve here this year?
Yeah, so I'd say we have a great mix of attendees. So credit unions from around the United States, all different asset sizes, which is great to share knowledge and what they're doing, again, no matter where they're at on their journey. Beyond that, I'd say it's building relationships, brainstorming, making those networking connections. We understand that it's so important, of course, for cooperatives to cooperate, right? And the place we're at in data and analytics in this space, I think, like to your point, it's all about brainstorming and sharing those ideas. So that's really our goal, is to have this as a benefit of being part of the credit union space, a way to give back, to share knowledge, build those relationships with our existing clients, as well as some folks that are coming in that we're looking forward to building relationships with.
No doubt. Yeah, I mean, as we all know, over and over again, collaboration is the credit union superpower. So you're here putting it on steroids, if you will, really amplifying that, giving folks time to network and talk about things and what's on the horizon, and all the things that we're doing, all the millions of things that we're thinking about these days. My gosh. So can you share with me some of the topics again that you guys are going to be covering here? Obviously digital transformation, obviously data analytics. What other items are you guys be looking at?
Cloud migration is a big topic. So throughout the day, we have a number of keynote sessions throughout the afternoon, and then we have some breakouts. So you can rotate throughout the day to the different breakout sessions. We have an awesome panel coming up, even talking about how data and analytics is used in the DEI space. Credit unions will come up and share their stories about what they've been working on with visualizations. Predictive analytics, of course, is a big topic, and rolling in machine learning and AI. Chat GPT is everywhere, right?
So you had to mention it, Stef.
I had to. I did use the Chat GPT joke during a presentation last week. It's great, because I can't come up with my own. So.
Well, you got a built-in writer there for you. Oh my gosh. Will we ever stop talking about that? Ever?
No, we're just all, like kids.
I know, it's our new toy for sure.
It is.
Good times. Hey, so what are some trends that you are seeing out there, especially in the data analytics? Because we were talking, actually, we had Amanda Emery in here earlier. You guys will be talking about using data analytics to beat recessionary fears. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
What can't data be used for?
Exactly. It's great. I mean, you can look at the past, right? So if you're looking at descriptive, that's kind of looking in the rear view. What are the trends that happened?
Yeah.
Now, each time is a little bit different when we're looking at a recession. They aren't exactly the same, but you can look at your past data, look at those trends, see where you're going to have risk. So absolutely. And the recession concerns and what's going to happen with the economy is going to be a big topic. And we're excited with our acquisition of 2020 Analytics, which is now part of our overall dashboards for loan dashboards. It's going to really get into that and how credit unions can take a look at that.
Yeah, we just had Dan in here, Dan Price in here.
Awesome.
So yeah, we were talking
Dan's
about.
awesome.
All right.
True
Dan, did you hear that? We're live. Dan, you're awesome.
You can pay me later, Dan.
Good deal. Good deal. So yeah, gosh, some of the goals that you want to achieve as well at the conference as well that you guys want to do?
Yeah, I'd say
I know I asked that earlier, but
absolutely. Making the connections is huge, sharing knowledge and just making sure that everyone walks away with something additional that they didn't know before, whether it be a new friend or some knowledge, and maybe come out of this with a plan. Again, no matter where they're at, one of the big things I continue to say, no matter what, you've probably heard me say this, is you don't have to think about it as an enterprise-wide solution to get started. So if I were to share something that I want folks to take away on the data and analytics side, it's get started. You could do those quick wins, do a project-based approach, identify the business challenge or goal you have, and do something to solve for that specific thing. You don't have to start, with the full gamut necessarily, and sometimes that prevents people from just getting started.
because it's intimidating.
It is.
So, but if you can take one bite at a time, so to speak, then you can get it done. Next thing you know, that momentum is rolling, and next thing you know, you're right in the middle of it. So,
Exactly.
and maybe even done. But
yes.
this type of stuff is never done. That's why they call it a journey.
This is true. Yeah. Yep. There is no end point. Who knows what's going to come technology-wise?
Yeah.
The constant shifts in the economy with consumer preferences. It's something you got to continually stay up on. And the other part too is it tends to be more of a cultural shift than I think folks realize. And I learned that coming over here. It's the technological shift, but also getting people comfortable with using data, understanding it, saying, hey, there's this problem we're looking to solve for. What is the data that could help us to solve for that? And if you go with the quick win approach or the small projects, you can start to build that. I was at a session Amazon put on last year at the Gartner conference, and the thing that stuck with me is they started to shift their culture because leaders would ask, what's the data behind your answer or your request or your goal? And if you just start there, it starts to build that culture with people as well.
Doesn't that clarify everything? Doesn't the data clarify everything?
Exactly.
You kind of get to be private investigator or scientist, if you will, and kind of dive into it and see what's going on, and that just clarifies everything. It makes for better decision making, right?
Absolutely.
Ultimately.
Yes, it tells a story really, and I think the big thing is go in to see what story it's telling you. Don't go in with an assumption necessarily, right? And just be curious. Continue to ask questions. That's why I love data. You can just keep asking questions and see where it leads you, really, and you might uncover some interesting things about your credit union or your members that you didn't realize, and then it's really peeling that back to say, okay, what do we do about this now? Taking action on it. That's the next key.
Well, and as credit unions well know, they have a ton of data. So there's a lot to sift through for sure. All right, last question for you, and it's a loaded question, but what are you looking forward to most at this year's conference?
Oh man, I'm going to repeat myself again, but I'd say it's just being around everyone. It's awesome to have, the Trellance team here and then all these credit unions from across the United States. A lot of folks we've had, of course, phone calls with, exchange emails, but to actually be able to meet in person, that's the best.
Yep. Well said. We're going to end on that message. Anything else to add? Any final thoughts?
Nothing additional. I appreciate the time.
You're welcome. Yeah, well, thank you for the time. I know you're going to be super busy, so thanks for this little 5-minute chat here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Stef, Luck, everybody from Trellance, go check them out. They're doing some great stuff, not only in the data analytics part, but digital transformation, talent, you name it. You guys are everywhere. So well done.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good job.
Yay.
Yay. And we're out. Boom.
Sorry for the snafu.